Well, that was awkward.
You can do the whole thing again.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to a Saturday Night live stream where we totally didn't screw up the first 2 minutes of the stream. I'm kind of sorry about that.
Unresponsible.
I legitimately clicked on it. I did. I prepared everything. I tested
You
it
missed
even.
all the heckling already.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So yeah, welcome to our Sunlight Night stream where we stream our stuff and we prepare. We totally prepare. Just not enough.
Nothing.
It's just not enough. I actually have some ice cream because the Ewok brought some gelato.
Which she said earlier already, and I'm eating a rice waffle.
This is from the ice cream place, right? Yeah. So we have like a favorite ice cream place in the city center or the town center. Let's call it town center. Also because it doesn't melt that fast. It actually is not that much of an incentive to just down it like no other. But it's good. So nom, 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 nom.
Nom, 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 nom.
You usually have flavors.
I always have the nutty flavors.
Yeah, I prefer chocolate, and for some reason, if there is chocolate and like a lemon type flavor, I usually go for those combined. But yeah, I'm not weird from the nutty type flavors either. But I usually just go for chocolate. Like
I
that's,
like the hazelnut they have. That's really delicious. They just call it nut, and they have something which is chocolate and nut together, which you like too.
yeah. I just don't like pieces.
Pistachio. It's like
I'm not a fan of bits. But that's the same for like I don't like
whole hazelnuts.
yeah. That's what
in
I'm
there.
saying. I don't
You
like.
can give them to me, but the
I'm not
taste of the
I'm
thing
not a
is
fan
awesome.
of bits in my food. Other than that, it's okay. I'm almost
so
done, guys. Don't
everybody's
worry.
saying hi to each other. We say hi to all of you.
So last week we didn't stream. We already said that, but last week we didn't stream because Sarah was at FatCon, and I was like, I'm also playing Uncharted 4, so
No, he was just too lazy.
I absolutely had my priorities.
He was just too lazy. He could have easily done it by
Yeah,
himself.
but it's way more fun.
And no, you would have enjoyed yourself.
I prefer to have someone to talk to.
Right.
And probably could have asked like Jess or
Mike.
maybe even Mike. Yeah, if he isn't too busy.
You could have.
He's probably too busy. He usually is.
Well, it's a Sunday. Psst, Cass, stop meowing.
Gas has been doing this thing in the last couple of days. I don't know why, but he started doing it last week where he will just uncontrollably,
Meow.
at random, just meow, 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 meow. And it goes on until you acknowledge him. So I'm trying my best to not encourage the behavior by ignoring him, but it's so hard because he's so adorable.
Yes, we
And it's not even like a meow of, like, pay attention to me, really. It's more like, hey, hi, hi. And he's
And
just
then
sitting in the
it's- no,
hallway,
no.
just like, dopey.
And then it's like a follow me to the Stengele cupboard and feed me
Yeah.
Stengele.
That's true. And no, we're not. I'm trying to actually feed them as little as possible when it comes to snacks. We have those, like, they're not really meat sticks per se, but it's like,
They are
it's
meat
like,
sticks.
it's like basically a stick of meat with like flavor
It's a
in there.
meat stick.
Okay, a meat stick that you break apart in parts, and in this case, we give one to both of them in half.
It
more or
ends
less.
up big too, so everybody has one, but it's fun. He normally do circus kitty with
Yeah, with Cass, I
them.
do Circus
But
Kitty. and-
Cass loves running too, so I always make him run now because one cat goes in that direction and the
Well,
other cat
the
cuts
problem
it
is
in that direction.
The hallway direction is empty. And I don't care about that direction being run into stuff because it's mostly doors, walls,
No, you
or
have to start in the
table
hallway.
yeah.
So one cat can. Cass likes that floor over there, so he really does this.
yeah.
He slammed into
The
the
floor mopping.
radiator earlier. I'm like, oh, Cass.
It's not even slamming; he just slides into them, and he's fluffy
He
enough.
slammed into it.
Okay, like compressed into like a like a harmonica style.
Yeah,
Cool.
very comic-y.
He's fine, probably.
So how are you guys doing? How was your week? We have another holiday on Thursday. It's holiday season.
Which is kind of awesome
season,
because
which
we
is
had
awesome.
I had Monday off, and I don't think I think I said that in the vlog as well. I don't remember because I have not edited that yet.
Oh wow, we are behind like a week.
No.
Yeah, Monday.
No, not that bad. But
Monday, today's Sunday.
Just quiet. And normally I have to wake. We sleep very late because it doesn't matter. In the morning we don't have anything specific normally to do.
Hi, Priscilla.
So when I wake up, I get ready to go to my language course. And the last couple of days at random, it would just rain, like really badly pour raining, which is annoying because I have to take the penny board and I can't. Well, penny board. Well, thank you for showing how boring the story is.
It's not. I have my eyes open.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you're not thinking
I'm
it's boring.
listening.
Uh-huh.
No, I really was.
Yeah, you really would.
I was even looking to you. Look.
Yeah, whatever. They see just you with your eyes closed from there.
No, I don't have my eyes closed.
Yeah. Anyways, because she was... Were you on your... Oh, no, it was this morning. So you were in Hanover already. You left really early.
Yep.
Like at 8 or something.
Yep.
And that's early for us, okay? And I woke up because I had set my alarm by default. I have like for Monday to Friday the same alarm set. I woke up, totally forgot that it was a day off. It's like a religious holiday. Was it Pinkster? Pfingsten? Or how you call it?
Yeah, Pfingsten.
It probably is called differently in the US.
I
but
want to look it up.
It's called the same. It's called, yeah, just look it up. It's the same thing in Dutch. It's called Pinksteren, basically. But normally school kids,
you guys
we pronounce stuff differently.
The words. It's ridiculous.
School kids have like a week off school, I believe.
You pronounce it.
Which one?
All of them. Pentecost.
I think I've heard that.
Whitsuntide. Whitsun or White Sun. White Sunday. It's not really White Sunday. White Sunday is on a different date.
When the devil is blind. Okay, interesting.
Interesting. Wait, it's Pfingstmontag. It's Whit Monday. Is that how you pronounce it? Or White Monday? There's no E.
I know a lot of stuff. Oh, I will take this out. I've never, ever heard of that. Ever. So that's new for me. But either way, woke up. I was like super groggy because when I opened the blinds, I was like, fuck, it's raining. And it was really bad at that moment. So I was like, okay, well, let's just do this since I'm already ahead anyways with the stuff that I need to do at the school. I might as well just take my sweet time. I will see from there how it goes. So I got into the shower, and halfway through my shower session, I was like, wait, I have a day off today. Why am I even in the shower?
So you can play more.
Yeah, so basically I got out of the shower, dried off, put some clothing on. Probably just my bathrobe because I was alone at home. And just turned Uncharted 4 on again, and I've been continued playing.
Not just your
underwear.
I actually put on your bathrobe. That's too much work.
Yeah, no. Sometimes it's comfy.
Yeah, I like the.
I do really miss my Adventure Time robe. That one is like super long and comfy.
Oh my god.
I have a modification that I want to make for that. I want to have a hood on there. It doesn't have to be the same fabric. I just want a hood on there because man, it's comfy.
Yeah, you know how to operate this.
Yeah, actually, that would be like a cool experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Admittingly,
Don't break it.
Nah, it's very soft fabric. So
hi to Seattle, hi to Cleveland, hi to the UK, hi to the Netherlands. Priscilla, I don't know where you're from. Hi to Florida, hi to, I don't know who else is in the chat. I can't see it.
Yeah. So yeah,
I believe we have people from Norway.
I believe that some of you guys actually follow me on the social media.
Oh my god.
And
also Netherlands. Well, hi.
Over the last 3 weeks, I've managed to complete 2 games in a series that I thoroughly love and enjoy. Which the first one was Ratchet & Clank, the remake of the game based on the movie based on the game, which was good, and I think 1 or 2 people said that they actually bought it afterwards, so that's really cool. Last week, I believe it was last week, Uncharted 4 came out for the PlayStation 4, also a series that I really, really love. It's like, I don't know, it's one of those games that always has looked good, and regardless of if you are a PlayStation person or not, it's one of those games that you should play at some point, same way that everyone should have played Halo, if you have an Xbox or not. It's like one of those games, or Gears of War. Like those exclusive titles that you have to play because they're just really, really good. And I may or may not have completed it 100%. It was a bitch to do, by the way, because there's like a bunch of trophies that you need to unlock that are just... I would say they're just there to elongate like the gameplay in order to... Basically just empty filler, but... I don't know. I just love that game so much that I took it for what it was. So, a couple of those trophies were do a speed run within 6 hours, which sounds easy to do. It's not. It's
Are you sure you couldn't have done the live stream without me?
No, that was a few days ago, like 2 or 3 days ago.
It's just me. You keep on talking and talking. You
Well,
don't need me.
You're just doing this.
Well, because you're talking and I can access us in the meantime.
Well, unless you want to talk about Uncharted 4.
No, I don't.
No?
Keep talking.
Okay, so yeah, one of those things like a 6 hour speed run. Really hard, managed to do it. Then there is basically you have to either complete one thing and focus on one thing. In my case, it's like try to get a 70% accuracy with your gunplay segments, which is really, really hard because before you know it, you just basically fall apart. So luckily there is a couple of cool cheats built in, which I like. It's like slow motion and like bullet time. So if you like aim with your weapon, time slows slower down for aiming. And especially on like the highest difficulty, also one of the gameplay runs you have to do, really hard. But a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And I think I was one of the first people, I think, in the world, because most of the trophies when I unlocked them were at like 0.01% of people who own the game. So that's kind of cool.
I should be proud of you.
Yes.
Yeah, I am tired. I didn't really have sleep in the last 1.5, 2 weeks. Sometimes it was like 2 hours. I tried to sleep before the shoot, but that was short. I don't know. It just ended up being short, and then we had to go to the office agency, and we couldn't go later. I don't get it. Seriously, it's like we had a 14-hour shoot plus getting there, setting up, cleaning up, stuff like that. So we actually could have gone to the office later. Apparently that was not possible.
Cats is in the chat. Thank you guys for making me take a break from yard work at the peak of the afternoon heat. Oh. Yeah, you are in Florida. You should probably not be in the heat during like the peak hours of the day.
We actually had 27 degrees.
Yeah, here
Celsius.
too as well. It is so weird. It was last night before when
Siri?
Balls.
What are 27 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
Balls, what are Celsius? Please. Ah, dang it, she didn't listen to the balls.
It's 80-ish, 81.
Yeah.
That's actually doesn't sound so warm. It's
actually, for me it does.
But 27 is a good warmth.
Anything above 75 that I consider to be a warmer temperature. Not hot, but warm. Everything above 80 is hot. For me, I'm European after all.
What is 95? Shut up. What is 95 Fahrenheit in Celsius?
40?
35 degrees Celsius.
Whoa, it doesn't get that warm here. It gets maybe like
35?
33, 34-ish.
There are some random days, but that's because I live closer to the ocean in Dutchland.
It doesn't get that warm there.
So we get like some random...
No, you get maybe 30.
No, we've had 35 at some points. But those are like one or 2 days or maybe like part of a week. But
you live at the ocean.
That's what I'm saying. We get like random heat waves from the ocean when it's really warm. But nonetheless, like everything that's around 80, that's like a warm temperature.
It's like 11 in Seattle.
Yeah.
So
but yeah,
keep on sleeping.
Yesterday we were talking before we got into the car from Lidl. Like, this is really, really nice. I'm not.
It's really nice right now.
It's like a weird kind of nice where you're like, it's not uncomfortable yet. The next day, today, it's been like gloomy and rainy.
We're doing the small talk weather thing right now.
I know, but it's kind of like...
earlier was weird. It actually rained like crazy.
We're like the Brits.
But the sun was shining at the same time. There was no rainbows, but you heard thunder, but no lightning. It was the weirdest storm ever.
I was sitting over there when I was like, wait, did I just hear thunder or was it the TV? No, it was definitely not loud,
weird.
but it was like loud enough that I was like, that's awkward.
Yep. So if you have watched the FedCon videos, Florida has 90 degrees right now. Outside is probably 85 plus. I'm in,
South Florida.
Whoa.
Okay.
For some reason I thought you're in the northern part. I don't know why. Weird. I should look it up. Was that the kitties?
No.
What was that?
What do you mean?
It was a...
Yeah, those are them.
Okay.
They're jumping on the table or something, I don't know.
Rain shine, yeah, pretty much.
Especially funny because I think the clouds came to this side, so the front was very, very thick rain already in the back. It's like, hey, it's still like tippy-toeing.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
I still can't get over the fact when we talk about Seattle that there is so much. There's mountains and ocean and desert and everything. It's like
who was I talking about?
It's like the coolest thing ever. It's like cosplay heaven. Really want to move.
Would be cool.
Yep.
Kat says, I'm near Fort Lauderdale. It's about 45 minutes from Miami.
I know Fort Lauderdale.
Mm-hmm. I think everyone does at this point.
Really?
It's one of those like, oh yeah, Fort Lauderdale. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like a very common thing for like TV stuff to use.
Yeah, I've been more above like
names.
Clearwater, Tampa area. So yeah, I've not been to Miami yet.
See, here's the thing. I would like to go to Portland just for like a weekend like trip. Seems that would be kind of fun. Because I've never been. I don't think I've ever been in the northern states that are bordering Canada. I don't think that I've actively been there.
No, I've been on the East Coast and obviously Ohio, right?
Yeah.
But I've not been to the Pacific Northwest. That's still missing on my map.
Yeah.
I seriously, there was a game on not really a game, like a quiz or something on Facebook. How many states you've seen or visited? And it was like red. Then I haven't seen North Carolina and South Carolina, so that was open. And then Washington, like DC, what's that? Maryland? I can't remember.
So everything that's like up
and
north.
Delaware,
in that
which is tiny, I haven't seen, but I have seen all the New England, Pennsylvania, and the states onward, Ohio, like Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois. That's how you pronounce it, right?
Yeah, Illinois. Yeah.
And then there's a line over where I did the road trip towards Denver and down Nevada and everything, and over back again over Route 66. Yeah. So I've covered most of it, but there are like spots like the Pacific Northwest
so
I
here's
haven't
the
seen,
thing.
and like parts of the East and like Idaho. I haven't seen.
I like back in 2006 when I went on tour for 3 weeks with U-Ball. I know that I've been to most of like the central. The central parts
you were
and
basically in the Midwest.
Yeah, the Midwest and like just the edge towards that. I missed out on all the states that were like on the West Coast edge area there, but most of it we drove at night in the dark with most of it I didn't attempt to have my eyes closed because at night there's not much happening. Also because it was they kind of did that in order to not be super hot, and we had new shows every single day, so we had to play a show in a town somewhere in Illinois, like in Wisconsin, and then the next day we had to go to Michigan, like where like a Dutch immigrant settlement city town was, and then the next day we had to drive all the way down to Atlanta, Georgia for a competition show, which I mean we've driven that length from Columbus a couple of times. It is a long drive, and I know how it is now because we've done it. Driving that at night is a horrible thing. I would never want to be like a long distance bus driver and doing those drives because I couldn't handle that. Especially at night, there's nothing you can look at other than like stripes on the road, on the road. Oh, there's like the occasional sign.
Some people like doing that. That's why they do it. It's like
night driving.
I
prefer day, to be honest.
No, like driving in general.
Yeah,
I can't see myself driving a truck because I would be bored out of my mind.
I guess
at least in the US. I like road trips and stuff, but actually be on them and you have to. It's the same. I was sitting in the train yesterday, and they were actually like giving like showing new people how to do the whole like ticketing system and stuff. And I was like, I wouldn't want to do that. Same with stewardess or something. It's probably. Like, it's cool because you can stay in a city for a day, but with a train, you're on the train for 8 hours or 10 or whatever it takes. Then you're in a different city, and then you're going back, or you're going back halfway. It's just like you don't have a destination.
So when I grew up, my mom babysat. Basically, she took care of a kid that had a mom who was a flight attendant, and she would mainly fly within Europe, but she would be gone for like an entire week, like flying from place to place, mainly between the UK, Amsterdam, and then like Mediterranean area. And I remember that you told, well, because it's an interesting thing. Like when you know someone who's a steward or a stewardess, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Or a pilot, like it's kind of like a cool profession, but it's just being a bus driver just
In the
through the year,
Yeah.
and you're doing not. And the same thing for a steward or a stewardess. Those people, it's not an intensive like job per se, and I might be wrong if there's any steward or stewardesses that watch us. It's a shitty job because people expect you to just serve and that's it. Well, technically
Well-
that's kind of all what they do in the public view. I don't know if there's like some secret stuff that they do take
Well,
care
they
of. while
also do
flying.
the check-ins and stuff.
Yeah, but
before and
most of it is done by the computer anyway. So they
no,
just
but
have
you
to
have
make
to
sure
have a
that
person at the computer. It's,
True,
It's,
true.
it's a front desk at
And
the desk
even
at the
then,
gate.
it doesn't always work.
Yeah. Anyway, so real quick, what do we have? Lala, I'm completely falling in love with the Pacific Northwest. It looks so gorgeous, especially if you can look over the ocean in the background. I think it's Mount Rainier.
I don't know.
I'm not
I
sure. I
probably
have to
should-
look it up. But you see a huge
I should
mountain in
probably
the
learn
background,
some
and like,
more
that's
stuff,
so cool.
yeah.
What Priscilla, I have the same issue because tomorrow it's going to be colder, at least like 10 degrees drop or something, which
Yeah.
gives me a headache. And often it's like my body is so like, hey, I need to wear shorts.
Yeah.
And then I'm outside, it's cold, and everybody puts clothes on, and I'm
So
like, no,
here's-
I'm a rebel, and then I'm sick.
So then here is how I solve the problem. I just don't wear shorts or t-shirts. I started
Okay.
wearing hoodies and long
Yeah.
jeans because I get used to just taking
No,
stuff
can't
off
do
when I'm
that.
warm. It's
I
easy.
have to,
Yeah.
like we say, like the people from Saarland say, I have to have warm above, and then the bottom, it doesn't matter, I can wear shorts.
Yeah,
So
here's something
Kat-
that I find super funny. Lala says in the chat, "Your looks buff." Yeah, right. Nice arms. Been working out. Yeah, I've been picking up the kitties a lot. Like
I'm actually the one that's working out, but
No, I
I
definitely
just have
want to
big
go back.
arms.
I should probably.
He
we were
is
talking about.
boycotting it. I wanted to take him
No,
to the gym,
no,
but
here's the
he's
thing.
like, no.
Well, here's the thing. Like we were talking about it since you're on your dad's account since you went together at the beginning, but since he can't go,
You could take his spot.
I'm actually thinking about doing that.
I can ask him.
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I've done a lot of strength work back in Columbus, and I should probably do that because my lower back has
Yeah, you
issues.
should do stuff.
It might also be because
Because
I'm
you're
not
lying
used
on
to
the sofa.
It's not the sofa.
It is the sofa.
Nope, it's not.
You're lying in bed a long time, and then you're lying on the sofa a long time.
Nope.
Trust me.
That is
I'm a
not the
doctor,
problem.
trust me. Yes, it is.
You're a doctor?
That's exactly the problem.
Okay.
You need to
Not
move.
the fact that I have a history with back problems. To
That
begin
too,
with.
but you're not making it better with your weird pillow construction thing here.
Super
Anyway,
economic.
Kat, I like driving in the dark too. I like driving in the light. It depends. It
No,
really
actually-
depends on my tiredness. You see,
I guess.
I like it at night because you have the lights on. You see the traffic and less people.
Yeah, I know. I would say between
But I can't drive as long because
it's-
I'm just getting tired.
if it's longer distance and it's not like city drives, like like when we're talking about like the ring around Columbus, which is called the 270. It's not that bad most of the times. There are only like certain moments of the day where it's like for 10 minutes, so stuff slows down and it takes an hour for that congestion to stop. And if you're smart, you can for most of the times you can either be just in front of it, or if you leave like 10 minutes later, you're also fine. If it's not like when you're stuck in traffic, I would prefer to do it between like 6 and 9. Those are like the nice time hours to drive because either people are just going home within the cities and there's not much traffic really on the road, and that's just before it becomes dark. I like that.
Apparently, it's awesome when you can watch us while being at work. Okay, that's cool.
I like that. That's good.
Okay, when you do road trips, obviously I prefer doing it during daytime, and I have to admit the nicest thing always was for me to going from the West Coast to the East Coast.
Yeah.
I love states like, obviously there's Nevada and Utah and stuff with a,
Potatoes?
no, what's it?
I think they're just playing with a toilet roll or something.
What?
It sounded like a paper roll.
No, that sounded weird.
No, that sounds like a paper
Okay,
roll.
what I wanted to say is the parks. Then how are they called? The parks, not national parks.
State parks?
No parks. How are the parks called? Damn it! Write it in the comments.
Places with trees.
Yeah, places with trees and holes in the ground. No, I like New Mexico and from California. Wait, there's New Mexico. What's there? Oh God, why is my brain not working? Oh, yeah, there's Arizona, and then you have Texas and everything. But yeah, those states are just cool. So, I mean, Louisiana and Alabama and Mississippi and whatever is down there, and Georgia, obviously, they're just humid like Florida. But just along the coast down, it's really pretty. Not saying the other parts aren't, but that was always an awesome like road trip because the landscape changed so much from the west to the east.
Even with
and
Columbus,
awesome also
that
like
area.
New Mexico and Arizona when you see thunderstorms in the distance and you're just seeing this huge ass like thunders going
we
down.
didn't experience
really
that
cool.
when we were driving from Vegas to LA
No,
and
that's
back.
a different area.
But I would have loved to have seen something
Yeah.
like that. Like the part when we drove over the Route 66 roads where it's like definitely quiet. There's nothing.
We should have
really
had more
happening.
time. I actually wanted to show you because it's cool and
Yeah, absolutely. No,
Yeah.
I was happy with the roads that we
national
took.
parks, I
It was really
guess.
cool.
I have not been to Yellowstone, but I have seen everything underneath, and I have not been to. What's it called? I keep forgetting the one that's red. A lot of red stones and the lights coming through.
I
Such
know
a
what you-
simple
I-
name,
I
and
know
I keep
what you mean, but-
forgetting it.
It's one of those like cliche.
Yeah, but I've
photos.
not been there, and it's awesome.
You've not been there, but it's awesome. Okay.
I know everybody who's been there
Okay.
posts the pictures, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
totally want to go there.
I get that.
So yeah.
Cantaloupe.
Antelope, yeah.
Cantaloupe. I'm sorry.
Cantaloupe. Yeah, you're melon.
You can probably roll one like a cantaloupe.
So, what was cool too was Mesa Verde and stuff because I think parts of the park burned down. And then
That's
you had
cool. That's cool.
No, it's just like you had the different
Just
lines. It's like you still had
Oh, like the tree line, the top.
yeah, you had
You
trees
can-
that were like
Yeah.
black and everything, and then you had green parts. It was just
Yeah,
like
okay, that's cool.
to see.
It's kind of
And the
cool.
other one, I think it's Bryce Canyon, where you go through. You have to go through. You actually have to pay the fee because the highway does go through it. It's from Vegas to California up. I think that's Bryce Canyon.
Yeah.
Can't
No, I do
remember.
like the fact that most of the forest areas that on the regular have fires and stuff, it's not good, of course, but it's kind of cool to see how nature is able to repair itself fairly quickly. Considering it, like I'm not sure if it's in the U.S. or somewhere, like towards like more here in Europe. There's a couple of places that burn down kind of on purpose, and the next year you can already see the new trees grow from like the areas that have burned down essentially.
Oh, what I want to do is take my dark ray and actually take photos in a like volcano area or a like beach.
Do we have volcanoes here?
We'll have to see. We could fly to Fuerteventura. That's like cheap flights.
Where is that?
Oh, that's next to next to Africa, but it's still like. Is it
Okay.
Spanish still? I don't know.
If it's in Africa, no.
No, it's not in Africa, but it's that direction.
If it's in Spain, then it's
Okay.
Spanish. If it's
Okay.
in Africa, it's not Spanish.
Why not? You had stuff going on.
What?
The Dutch people had stuff going on.
Yeah, but the majority of it was trade. I mean, I'm not saying that we were definitely not in the wrong because, I mean, we had like the
Pretty sure it's Spanish.
Indonesian problem. Still, I
That-
think we
it's-
have.
It's those islands down here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like Gran Canaria and
I might believe that those might be Spanish and French.
I'm pretty sure they're like Costa, blah blah blah. That's
Technically, because it's like
that's all Spanish.
yeah, but it's
Here, Las Palmas, Spain.
yeah, okay. Spain. It's like from the same area where Spain, France, Belgium, and the Netherlands were
Look at the
technically the same
beaches.
thing.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah, but they only make photos when there are not a whole lot of tourists.
Yeah, look, this. I know there is a really black one, but that would be good for Ray.
I guess, yeah. It's kind of cool.
I'll show you in a second if I find the right beach.
Let's see.
Wow, that's cool.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, guys. Oh, I still want to see the Scilly Islands in front of England. I've talked about it before. I've shown you. It's basically it looks pretty much like this.
Like blue with yellow.
Yeah, blue with yellow. No, like Pacific Southern Islands, blah blah blah, awesomeness. But it's in front of England. It's really cool. Oh, they're dolphins. What are you doing?
Lala says in the chat, so you guys shopping at Tomb? I mean, yeah, we did in the vlog.
Yeah, I had to because that's our home improvement story.
No, honestly, I like Tomb. Tomb is
cool.
I'm not sure if we have or had a Tomb in Dutchland at some point. Wouldn't surprise me.
I want that. That's cool.
That's kind of cool.
I can't make it smaller, otherwise. There we go. Otherwise,
You can
I
also
could show.
just do it sideways.
Guys, I think that would be cool for Ray. But I know there are actually black beaches there.
Okay.
If I can find it, I just have to type black beach, I guess. Are you reading the chat?
Kat is talking in the chat about the force that I was talking about. I don't know how many there are, but there are a couple of them that they do it kind of more or less on purpose to control it. Oh, those are cool. Those are like black. I'm not even sure if that's sand. It might just be black rock.
I'll show you guys. One sec.
But she's saying in the chat...
that's what I'm looking for.
People used to try to burn them out, but realized they were propagating from the process.
Oh, guys, I think we're gonna kick someone.
Some species of tree that sporadically...
You wanna kick that person?
Oh, what? Which one? What?
The Panzerfaust.
Sure.
Goodbye. That's in the back. Yeah, there. There are the 3 dots. Wait, what are we doing? We could remove. We could report.
I might have
we
kind
could
of
block.
blocked.
I think you
Too
should
bad, you're gone.
report. Okay.
No, I tried to be nice. Oh, cool. It even says in the chat. With the bounty hammer. Oh my god, that's the best thing ever. Thank you, YouTube. Does it show up in the chat? Yeah, it does.
Yep. Sorry.
Yeah. Cat says, message deleted. I love that. That's the thing. I'm not sure if YouTube, the YouTube gaming part also has like what Twitch does with like icons and stuff. But man, I love the banhammer. It's so much fun. And I'm like, I think we said that last time that we don't ban. I think there may be like.
Oh, Priscilla, that's you. Sorry, I'm mixing up names.
I can count the amount of people that I've banned on my hand from the channel, mainly because there's no reason talking to them at that point anymore. And I'm not unreasonable, really. Edgar says, remove, report, block. Oh, banhammer. I believe if you guys see more comments like that, I think you can report them already.
Yep.
I don't know. It's like there's a limit to what is funny or not. And I have a very crude sense of humor. But in the end, we're two people. And if she doesn't like it, then...
No, it's just useless comment.
Also that. Yeah, I'm not sure if that account has... Oh, here's the thing that I wanted to talk about. Because in the last 2.5 weeks, we had the time travel vlogs. Vlogs that we... Well, technically not the vlog, but a couple of clips that we recorded.
We should have let Kat report it because we were too quick with a ban.
Oh, well, that's too bad. The one time that I actually pulled the ban hammer out. But we had the time travel vlog videos come out in the last couple of days. They're done for now because we didn't record anything at that time anymore because, well, as you saw in the vlogs, the videos from that time period, we ran into the problem that we're trying to solve, the problem of, well, trying to stay. That turned out great, of course. But like we were at the time where we were trying to figure out stuff, hoping that...
Spooky reported it.
Cool.
Good.
Trying to figure out the stuff. But it's kind of weird and funny at the same time seeing comments on those videos from accounts that I've never seen comment before. Or just in general, this... Yeah. Or like people who comment on the regular vlogs didn't comment on the time travel vlogs and the other way around. It's very interesting to see, and I don't know if those people actively watch or if those people have subscribed in the past and they saw a video and they only comment on the videos that were from the US. It's really interesting. So I'm not sure if that is just a weird coincidence, but it happened for almost 2 weeks straight as the videos were coming out. So yeah, I don't know. It's very weird. You okay there? With your
No.
holy shit, how many things do you have open?
I don't know. I closed everything earlier.
Wow. I'm not kidding. She had like you saw her just
I
do
do
this.
that at my mom's because she never closes her tabs.
You know, I
I'm
can
like,
see that. Like, if you're not used
she
to
couldn't
owning it.
shut down Windows 10, and I'm like, I don't know how Windows 10 works. Click on the Windows button, and when she clicked it, nothing happened, and I'm like, that's weird.
That's probably because it's an older machine. It just takes half an hour.
No, it just didn't come up. So I did a
Okay.
right click on it and did like refresh and
No,
shut down or something.
It still works the
It's
same
really
way
weird.
as a Mac.
No,
does,
seriously,
kinda.
it did not work. And I'm
Okay.
like, if it doesn't work, just click the button long enough, it'll shut off.
You could just hold the main
Yeah.
power. That's what I would have done.
Me too. But
Honestly-
I had to come upstairs.
Honestly, I've never seen a computer that was just regularly on. And when you did like force the power to be off, that it all of a sudden died. It's never happened to me. And I've worked with a lot of like shitty computers in the past as well.
Yeah, the time travel vlogs were kind of an experiment I would have loved to continue. Especially, we did have positive outlook in between.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like basically to the point when we were like, today's the day when we start packing, kind of, or you already packed.
Yeah, like the last the
Oh,
2 weeks before
Yeah.
we knew we had to leave, we still had, I don't want to say help, but we had like a positive
I had
outlook.
I basically had a job offer.
Yeah.
We started doing the whole legal stuff.
Oh yeah, so I was talking.
And that's something I wanted to put in the time travel vlogs because at that time we weren't able to talk about it in the vlogs
Yeah.
as much, but that is something we could have done, and then
Yeah.
it would have published a year later, and everything would have been like okay or not, but it would have actually shown what was going on. But
Yeah. So I was thinking about doing a month and then publishing that for next year just to see if that works.
Mhm.
And if that works for next, maybe if we like it, we just do a month, not a month, and we'll
Yeah.
see how that goes. Yeah, we'll see. It's more or less because the thought that we had behind it was we wanted to try to do something in order to see if things changed. Well, I mean, it has changed, that's for
obviously
sure.
we knew it would change. We
Yeah.
just didn't know how it
Yeah,
would change.
and we had the idea of trying to see if we managed to do an additional footage content type thing that weren't necessarily vlogs, because
Mhm.
I mean it's been over and over again that like really big channels come out and they say like we're gonna change what we're doing, or we're stopping vlogging, or we're stopping doing main content
Yep.
because we're not happy, or I no longer want to do this kind of content. And I forgot the point what I was going for, but it's just like interesting seeing how certain channels all of a sudden just either die or change completely from what they were.
Yeah, it's
And we wanted to see if we could do something additionally that would hopefully have a positive impact
See-
on ourselves, because it's good to talk, right?
Yeah.
It's good to talk.
I know you guys enjoy the live shows, so that's something we could do. But the other thing is we are already, again, a week behind. It's annoying to me, and plus we don't have that creative content right now. So the question is, should we do the daily vlogs? But I know there will be times where we can actually show stuff on a daily basis that
Yeah.
are more interesting. And I just don't want to vlog on those days. We already are so far in. It's weird. I mean, someone asked me about Prank versus Prank because they are breaking up, whatever, and they
Yeah.
stopped daily vlogging and stuff. And they were talking about the fact that it changed the relationship and stuff. It
Yeah.
does. But
Also,
it does not.
Keep in mind that they have 8.7 million
I know,
subscribers.
I
They
know.
have an average of 1 to 2 million views on their average videos. And the amount of stuff that they do, it's no wonder. And also, I mean, they're very special characters to begin with. They're very, I don't want to say weird, but they're interesting type of people. And I mean, the fact that, because I used to watch them, so I kind of know a little bit
Yeah, I know.
about them.
No,
So it's
I-
weird
I
how
get
often
it.
they use the
No,
we're breaking up, we're splitting
no, but the thing is,
titles.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
weird. I don't like that.
No, I get it. I mean, you wanted to do the April Fool's joke, but I'm like,
Yeah,
that's just sorry. Everybody does that. Plus, it's like comically, like, hey, you're already talking about it. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't believe in that shit, but I'm just saying. So, I'm not sure about the vlogs. I know that, for example, it's easier, and I think the communication and interaction with you guys, it's easier if you do live shows.
Yep.
So I wouldn't mind doing a live show every day. But it's different, you know? I
Yeah.
don't know. Can't tell.
We're just
Don't
trying
know.
to, yeah, it's like we're trying to figure out what works best, and preferably we like to just keep it the same, more or less, and it only can become better and more interesting from here. I mean, let's be real, we involuntarily had to leave, kind of last minute, which came along with a lot of stress. Not in the vlog necessarily, we really vlogged that in the same way, and I don't think we would have vlog that in general if we wanted to, because we weren't focused on vlogging at that point, because we just wanted to get the stuff sorted. We had to get everything done, because the thing is we couldn't go back that easily. If we had the opportunity or the option to just like a month or 3 later say like, oh, let's fly back really quick to sort some stuff out, then it wouldn't have been a problem. But we don't have that option. We have to stay here until the moment that we can go back on either a visa or whatever comes along then. So,
But the thing is, we're still living in between. When we came back, we actually thought we would have a solution with America within a month.
Yeah.
But that solution was dragged out over like half a year now. It's like,
and it's understandable because
no, it's I'm not going there. It's
No, no,
just
no.
like for us,
Okay,
we
so-
couldn't do anything. It's like
I-
we can start doing something. We could start looking for permanent jobs. It's like I have a job right now, which is also like I have that since January, I think.
Yeah.
When I'm going to Hanover and editing here and stuff. So that I do my work, but we're still connected with the job center, and he is going to the language course,
yeah.
which is sponsored by the job center and so on.
and the government.
And the government, that's the government.
Well, I mean that's the thing. Job center doesn't sound. That's
Yeah,
just,
the job center is from the government.
it's essentially just the agency that.
It's the unemployment. Okay, it's really complicated with the unemployment.
Are they
office.
privatized?
I don't know.
Are they? I think they're private.
Okay,
essentially
we have
private.
two models. One is the unemployment office, when you have worked, when you have paid into insurances, the social insurances and stuff. You have to have worked for a year and paid in. Then you get unemployment money 1. But you have to have paid in for a year, right?
Yeah. Basically,
So-
if you work,
Yeah.
you're fine.
You're fine, you get that.
As in, if you work in Germany.
And you get like, I don't know, 60% of what you earned last, or blah, blah. I don't know, or
Well,
80. I don't know how
think
much it is.
I think
It's a
was-
percentage.
I think it's like 80%, and over the months it goes down to
yeah,
60, I
it goes
believe.
down after
Something
a
like
year
that.
or so.
So let's say if you have a high paid job, it
Yeah.
would make sense for you to have like a crazy high amount of money.
I
Let's
don't-
say if you make like
Anyway,
100K a
so
year.
for me, I have paid in obviously over years, but then I was gone for 3 years, and they were like, "Hey, you were out of the country for too long. Sorry, you
Yeah.
don't get unemployment money 1."
Which is fair.
But I've paid before. I did not get my part. I'm
know.
just saying. So, and the alternative option to that is also if you haven't paid in. So, for example, for students or whatever. For people who come from foreign countries, refugees who are living here now, stuff like that. So I'm in that group, and it's called Hartz IV, and it's like a stupid name. It's Arbeitslosengeld, unemployment money too, and you basically get the bare minimum. You basically have to ask like, hey, can you help me with a flat? Can you help me blah blah? So you can't do much with that.
It feels a little bit more like begging, I guess.
It is
Like you have to ask for permission to do anything.
Yeah, and you can't
Which-
really leave the town. You always have to tell them if you leave town. It's
Yeah.
always like nah. And obviously, if you don't have a job,
Which once again is kind of fair because they're
no,
people
I
take
get
advantage-
it. I
there
get
are
it.
people, a lot of
No,
people
I
to
get
take
it.
advantage.
If you
of.
don't have a job, you always have to apply for jobs, and they send you job offers, and you have to apply for
Yeah.
them. But you also have to apply for 10 additional jobs per month. But I have a job right now, but it's not sufficient enough for both of us.
Yeah.
So that's why they are still in there, and they sponsor his language course, so he's also able to work at some point. Anyway, so for
Speak German enough. to be
Yeah.
understandable. Which is
So for me to have a job where I'm like, hey, I'm actually looking for a job, but it could be that I have to go next month is like stupid because I don't want to push an employer into that, hey, we're hiring you and then I'm gone within a month. But I could have worked like anyway.
Yeah.
So the agency in Hanover, they're like, hey, we have more work for you, so it's kind of a good arrangement right now.
Yeah.
They know what's going on, and so it's pretty cool. And they like what I'm doing, so that's the
most
best
important.
part.
That's the most important. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, as so the main problem, well, it's not really the problem, but the main challenge now is that because we're kind of in like a set schedule, I'm gone for the majority of the afternoon. There's not really much that we can do about that because I have to go.
Well, you could get up earlier, not right before your
Ugh.
language course.
Ugh, that's too easy.
Yeah, but that's
I know.
when we have daylight.
Yeah,
we
that's
could
true.
do stuff together.
Well, anyways, so hopefully we soon things might be different. We don't know yet. That's just how life goes. So for now, we're trying to work around that. And I mean, it's kind of cool to see that, like the classroom actually gets used this time.
Yeah.
Like it's really cool. I'm
Hey,
legitimately.
Kevin.
It's really fun to see like small things, and you spend about 2 to 3 hours punching holes.
Oh yeah, I did. I'm actually doing.
Well,
it
not
and I
punching,
don't know
but like you punched out
Yeah.
holes with a hole
Hole
puncher.
puncher.
Yeah,
why. I punched holes. That's what you
in
do.
her Legatha top, right?
Yep.
Did you finish?
Yep.
Cool. So you can finish that now.
Yeah. Well, it's only the part up to here. Then there's Shamil and the
Yeah,
part
yeah,
underneath.
yeah,
I
yeah.
have to
Okay, I know that, but
and I have to lose weight because otherwise I won't fit in the pants.
starving games.
Pretty much. I actually got my blood drawn the other week and
Last week, yeah.
yeah, the week before FatCon, and apparently it's okay. Like all blood levels are okay. There's something with the hormones where I was like, I think it's hormones because everything else I've ruled out by now. So there's something. So there might be more tests, but I can't tell. So we'll see.
So there's nothing serious yet.
No, there is nothing serious. It could be just that the hormones are just fucking up my
Out of
system.
balance. Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
which happens.
Oh my god, look
we're-
at him. He's so cute. What are you
It's so
looking
funny.
at?
Let's see if I can film
Finn.
what's
Finn.
happening off
Oh
screen.
my god.
I'm
Finn,
not sure
Finn.
if that's the
Uh oh,
one.
he's jumping.
So last
Too
week.
late.
Oh, that's okay.
Is he doing the
I hope it
moonwalkie?
works.
Come do the moonwalkie.
Come.
No, don't lie down. Do the moonwalkie.
Okay, I hope
But you're
it
cute.
gets
Oh my
fixed.
god,
There
you're
it
so
is.
cute. Look at
In front of the corner of the table.
It's
It's
the
been,
post table now.
we've had it for about 2
Mhm.
months at this point,
Mhm.
at least. No interest whatsoever. And like last week, all of a sudden he's like, "I'm gonna lay here now. This is my spot," and he's been sleeping there. He just like the fake digging kind of what they would do in like their litter box.
He does that on the bed a lot. He just stands there being like,
Yeah, we call that moonwalking.
"Hey, it's so
Instead of
funny."
like the basket that they normally go in.
Where's Cass? Cass.
I think Cass is laying on the floor. He's also being a weirdo.
Cass. 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 Oh my god, he's licking himself now. Oh my god, you're so cute.
Okay.
So
Well, guys, we
cute.
are an hour
So
in.
cute, are we?
So soon we should
I'm
slowly get there.
hungry.
See, that's what I was saying at the beginning of the stream.
I'm so hungry.
I'm not sure if we repeated that or if that was.
No, that
when
was still in the part where they didn't hear us.
So yeah, we haven't eaten anything today yet, and that will
I know.
probably be the reason why we usually stop the stream, which is actually mostly the reason why we stop the streams.
He's like one of those French girls.
Yeah, kind of.
The same when he lies on the floor. It's like with the tiles, it always looks like a.
Yeah.
We call it Springer from chess, the horse. He reminds me always of a horse from a chess thing when he's lying on the tiles there. Never mind. Guys, are you still there? There are no comments.
I don't know what you're trying to say. It's so
Never
weird.
mind. I'll show you.
It confuses me. Bonk.
You scratched.
Huh? Yeah, I
You
bumped
scratched.
into stuff. I'm leaking liquids.
That's not good. Well, what happened? Is that me?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Did you fart secretly?
No.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Yes. See, people are now commenting. Laz is in the chat. Sarah's doing great with work. Ira's doing great with the language class and handling the techie stuff. Kitties are good. So we're all okay. Yeah, no, I'm legitimately. Right now we're nearing the part because I'm just over halfway through my course books. I'm about like two and a half chapters ahead of the rest of the class. Yeah, mainly because most of the things that are in the book, or the exercises that I have to do, like the grammar stuff, they're not hard because if you actually look at them, most things make sense. And I just make those ahead of time. If I know what I'm doing, I don't check anything because I actually have like a little answer book for the workbook part of it. But when we have like the speaking exercises, we do those in the class anyways. And when I don't know something for certain, I check the answer book. And if that is correct, I'm like, oh, I know this, so I'm fine. But
Hey, sorry.
I don't want to work too far ahead because right now I'm nearing the part that grammatically becomes very difficult.
Yep.
Because I don't have a context for it yet. I know how to do the exercise, but I don't know why a thing is like it is. I think I said that last stream that I had problems with like a certain grammar.
So apparently everybody was thinking we're leaving. That's why they stopped talking to us.
Oh, okay.
Guys, for real. You can ask us things. Otherwise, we're just rambling on about the same stuff all the time.
Also, even if we're going to stop, I mean, you can still ask stuff because that's usually the reason
they
why
don't
we
need to ask that. They know everything.
That's true. Well, or say anything, let's just say that.
But it's nice because you guys keep coming back, which is good for us because we know you guys like it. Otherwise, you wouldn't come back.
Okay. It's so weird seeing, like, this is super dark.
I know, you need to help me because I need that bit lighter for the Lagatha. But I'm not sure if we should do that in June or now already.
Well, you're now at the edge of where it starts to look weird.
I know.
Like, as in, like, oh, this is grown out. Because some people do it on purpose.
Should I get some tomorrow?
Sure, I don't care.
I know there's a style where it's like...
Yeah.
I like the rambling. Okay, we'll keep rambling. Sarah, have you seen my t-shirt pillows? No, I have not seen them, but it sounds like an awesome idea. I'm like, okay, I want to do that now. Sorry, no, seriously. It's like, that's such a cool idea.
Sarah, Georgia or Jorge says in the chat, have you guys ruled out the possibility of moving to the UK? Actually, no, we have not. That was one of the first things that we thought about. It may be easy to get a job in the US from here. There are a lot of US and UK digital companies cooperating. Yes, that's true.
Yep.
The same thing goes for Germany. There are a lot of really big...
Concern, we call them.
Yeah, like corporations.
Corporations. Right.
Here in Germany that are like in like Stuttgart.
Oh, Lala, you can have him. He has a belly and boobies. You can't see that because he is actually blending into the sofa, which I'm not allowed. Plus,
here's the
I'm
difference.
Actually having the guns, not him.
No, here's the difference. I'm tall.
Weird.
I stick out of the couch already on camera.
I do
so
have
I'm fine.
it here. I'm the one who's doing that, and she gets the compliments.
I lift up the kitties all the time.
I lift up the kitties too.
I lift them up more. I'm actually like bench pressing like Finn.
I took it because everybody thinks he looks buff, not me.
I don't know how.
No.
I don't know how. It might just be the type of shirts sometimes. It's not really always the case.
The UK was actually on our list.
The only problem is it's very expensive to live in the areas that we would have to live.
Yeah, London is expensive too.
Yeah.
You need a proper job for that.
Yes, but that's the thing. Like you need we both would need to have like a decent paying job in order to pay for survival. And
Gun show, yeah.
It's not easy. Let's just say that. So we actually thought about, because we both speak English, of course, but we didn't have much options when we had to move back. And in the end, this did help. This English hard. Think this did help us to get on our feet the first 2-3 months before we moved in here.
Lala, if you make it to Seattle, I'll drop him off at your house.
I would like not to be dropped off in places that would be considered prostitutism.
But if you don't take money for it, it's not prostitution.
Then I'm just a stupid prostitute.
Prostitute.
How do you call that person?
Prostitute.
No, there's like an actual name
Come
for
on,
that.
I say it a third time. I like it. Prostitute.
Prostitute. That sounds like a college.
Yo, bro.
Now there's like an actual male name for it. I forgot it, like at the top of my head.
Yeah, UK could have been awesome too. I actually was thinking about Canada and New Zealand. Seriously, I considered New Zealand because as soon as you live there for 2 years, you actually can apply for not citizenship, but like permanent residency, which is awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but that would be on the other
It's like
end
as
of
Bas
the
said,
world.
there are a few big cities in the UK. Yes, we know, but for the majority of the things that we would be doing, a lot of media and multimedia related stuff is all in the London region for a reason, because that's just how it is.
I mean, it would be cool that because there are actually a lot of things shot, like Star Wars, Guardians of the Galaxy, are shot.
Absolutely. No, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind living like in northern England. Would be cool, but I doubt that it's different. Also, we're outsiders,
Don't go
so that makes it easy.
gigolos get paid too, right?
Yeah, gigolo. No, that's the word. Yeah, that's basically the equivalent of a prostitute.
But
the
I'm
only
saying you
difference
get
is
paid.
no, it's the equivalent of an escort, I guess. It's like a consensual, like it doesn't have to be sex per se, but usually it is.
Okay. Deal.
I
You have a
think
deal
I
there.
think we use the same word in Dutch. Also, gigolo.
Yeah, gigolo works
It's like
in
a
German too.
fairly common thing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that I'm becoming a gigolo when we move. I learned the hard way that I don't want to be gigolo in Britain at all. The Bretten
Oh
people
my
are not
God.
my kind of people. They are not my taste. Let's just say that.
Mine either. You know what's weird? So I was in Hanover, and I was basically driving back from the softball field to the main train station, and one of those when you're getting married and your girls before the night out, hen night, I guess.
Well, I mean, it's called
Bachelorette party.
Yeah, bachelorette. It's like stag
Alright.
night, but it's
Yeah,
more
stag
British.
night. Yeah.
That's more British, I
Anyway,
guess.
there was a group of girls entering, and they had like pink sunglasses with hearts and stuff, but it was fairly like not super crazy, so it was okay, but still you could figure out who belongs to whom. And they were all like a tiny bit taller than me, not much, blonde. They all looked like one type of person, all like the northern Germany people look like, kind of.
See, I don't know.
It's so weird. It's
What's
like
the closest thing that?
Heidi Klum.
Yeah, but she always speaks English when I see stuff from her.
No, it's not about the language. It's about the look.
So
They all looked like that, and I'm like, I can see
hot,
why.
a super hot blonde chick.
Yeah, I can see why
Can we move to-
supermodels come
can we-
up from there.
Can we just move to the northern Germany?
We
At
can
least I
move to
can make some
Hanover.
good money there as a gigolo,
Sure,
and I wouldn't mind.
sure. So I'm wondering
worse.
if I actually fit into the type of people that lives here, and I don't know.
You're really Americanized, so yeah, you would fit perfectly. Like
Shut up.
lovely, shallow people. No, that's what I mean by Americanized. See? Just kidding. I'm just joking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I skipped through the starving games today, and yeah, it's good that I got 1 star. Oh my god.
Sana asks in the chat, why we didn't eat anything today? We just
Well,
forget.
No, we
Yeah,
did
well,
not.
you
We
were-
slept till.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know.
I didn't sleep. I just like laid in bed while
Yeah.
watching something.
No,
It's
no,
so-
you weren't watching. You slept.
Yeah.
I got up before.
I got bothered like 4 times by a cat and a person attached to a cat, but
I put the cats on top of him. What he normally does with me. Oh my god, it is so cute.
that's what I'm saying. He loves that chair so much.
Oh, sorry, guys.
I'm pretty sure that we put the one that we had underneath our desk in the storage unit, so I'm happy about that.
That's okay.
I missed that
Oh, good.
so much.
Oh, I remember we don't have actual like furniture, so we need to put that in
Yeah.
consideration.
Yeah, if we ever move back, we need
Yeah.
like a bed, a couch, a table.
I don't need a table.
Well, we would probably need something as a
Why
surface
would you need a table?
to sit at and to do stuff at. I don't know,
Why?
Sarah.
We have desks.
We have Goodwill. We have a whole. If we move outside Columbus, or outside Ohio, we have a whole new world to explore.
IKEA.
Don't say that. I really want. No, I really want to play around with some stuff.
IKEA. We can play around with IKEA stuff.
Yeah.
Bristol is getting quite strong in the digital media and web companies also. The thing is, I considered moving to the UK back then, but right now I don't have the feels for it. I'm so stuck with America.
Yeah, I'm guessing that some people are getting sick and tired of it at this point.
No.
I know for a fact that like my family, that isn't directly my mom or my grandma, who lives like next to us,
I love to with it.
doesn't understand.
My mom doesn't understand.
Like I know that, for instance, like your mom, she doesn't not like it, but she doesn't understand why we have the love for the US that we have. And I know a lot of you guys perfectly understand why, because we feel more comfy.
Bristol actually has an international airport, so.
Yeah, they do. I think I've flown via Bristol at some point.
I've flown to Bristol and from Bristol, but at the end it was cheaper for me because they stopped doing that. I think they were renovating Bristol or something, so I had to fly to Birmingham all the time, which was still like a 2-hour ride to Weston-super-Mare with a train. Yeah. I think something like that. It wasn't too bad because obviously the trains work fine in the UK. So the UK ain't bad, and I actually like, for example, the food in Somerset and stuff. That was really good, and for you it would be good too. It's like fried. You like the fries there?
I have the only place that I'm not a fan of the fries is France.
Why?
Not because of the fries themselves, but
I want fries now.
Their idea of mayo is disgusting. It's vinegar.
No. Wow, I love if you're going to a French supermarket right now, the mayonnaise that you get there, they put mustard in it. It's so good. It's so freaking delicious.
It's not like basically, it's the equivalent of like a fish and chips like cart on the side of the road or like near like a supermarket area, like kind of that way. You just like get a bag of fries. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Like a bag of fries, like the same thing when you buy them in France.
By the way, I'm sorry.
Like their idea of mayo is completely warped, and they should be punished for it because that's sacrilegious.
No. Okay, the UK has weird mayo. They often use salad cream, which is not mayo. I'm just saying. That's not mayo, yeah. Mm-mm. But it's weird. If you've, I didn't really live there, but I spent so much time there, so I kind of know the UK and what you can eat and go to the supermarket like Tesco and stuff. Yeah. And I have not really lived in the Netherlands, but I've visited, so I kind of know the supermarkets and the food there too. Yeah. And America, so I know customs there, so it's kind of cool to see the different things and just plopping without thinking about it.
The only thing that
it's just like I need food.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Like Dutch supermarkets are very different from, like when you go into them, they look different.
Well, they're not different to the German ones.
No, they have the same kind of stuff.
They're similar products. Most of them are actually equal. Just have like
a different label on them.
Often they have the same label, just in Dutch.
Well, that's the whole thing because it's in Dutch. That's the whole point of it. No, but I mean, like when you go to Kaufland I'm not talking about Aldi or Lidl because we have the exact same model. And Aldi and Lidl they don't change regardless of where they are.
I have a request.
Okay.
When we go back and have to pick up our stuff, I want to go to Bravenhart.
Bravenhart. Yeah, absolutely. I want to go. I want to get my Dublin pizza.
I want to go to Tula's. I want to go to Cheney's. I want to go to our Starbucks.
Well, here's the thing. It's going to take a couple of days before we're even able to move stuff out if we do manage to go. So
we have to cancel the P.O. box there and get another P.O. box where we're moving to.
Yeah, I think we currently still have our P.O. box in the US, but it's just closed off for you guys.
It's up in June again.
Yeah, is it? But I think you can.
No, it's still available. In the old box, it's still
available. No. I mean, it's still available, but we don't advertise it right now because we can't actually open anything.
Wait.
And we use it to forward our regular mail to it.
So can we go to Cozy Cottage?
Yeah, I don't care. It's fine.
And take Mala.
But here's the thing: we need a car first. There, we need to get the cars back. if we do manage to go back.
The black fluffy.
I'm pretty sure she's not there anymore.
I'm pretty sure she is there. If she's there, I'll get her.
No.
Good.
We have 2.
That was a yes.
No, we have 2 cats. That's more than enough. It's already a pain in the ass to travel with them because you have to make sure that they are.
I promised her to take her.
You did? Okay.
That was a yes. You guys heard it.
Acura says in the Actura.
No, you're called Acura now.
Yeah, I just say Acura. Acura says in the chat. Then again, if you stay in the EU, it'd be good. Choices.
Yeah,
It really doesn't matter where you live, as long as you
that's true.
feel
So-
at home or you have a home to say.
It's okay.
fine.
Here's the weirdest thing. So when I was in Hanover, you don't know that story yet. So this is absolutely exclusive right now. Up to
Do
the
I know
point
the
when
story?
maybe I don't know.
I doubt it.
Maybe no. I told you. I think.
Probably
Anyway,
not.
so up to the point when the vlog is up, so we were at the shoot, and Danny was like, "Yeah, the boss is in the kitchen area, whatever, and he has someone there, and he wants you to meet him." And I'm like, "Okay." So I went there, and the guy is actually a cosplayer because actually he's a lookalike. He looks like one of the guys from Walking Dead.
Which one? Is he Asian?
No,
Does he
you
look...
haven't seen it. No,
I don't know. Is he
no, no, he's not black.
I don't know. He could be looking like anyone from The Walking Dead. A zombie, a white person.
No, I don't think we are that far into the season yet. Is there a character called Abraham something?
No. We stopped watching after
Yeah.
the...
Anyway, I could look it up. Anyway, the
governor.
guy basically puts on some military pants and a shirt, and that's it. And his hair is now red. And the cool part is they actually met the actor and they took a picture, but the actor doesn't have red hair anymore. So the actual cosplayer looks more like the character right now. And apparently he has like a fan club in Chile and all over the world, whatever. And he was like, "I've been cosplaying like half a year and I feel so bad that I have so many fans." But the thing is, like, he has 6,000 fans and that's not much for a cosplayer. But obviously it's a big success already because he has been invited to the US. So he's touring the US for a month now.
It's pretty cool.
He's in Florida and he's going to Atlanta and another con somewhere else. And he's actually getting paid for that.
Cool.
And people line up to take pictures with him more than
Interesting.
other one. It's really like, wow. So the boss of the agency was actually like, "You guys should meet," because she's doing cosplay too. So, well, it happens.
And you've been published.
Yeah, his name is Christian. So
Do we have the book?
No.
Did they send it back?
Oh, weird part is the compendium was never like published for the public.
So
You
we never
can't
get
buy it.
So we never get the book?
I'll write them.
Okay. You should write them again.
I will.
Because
That's
I
why I
want that
say
book.
I will write them.
Okay.
So
Because I thought you'd send it to
Christian
me.
actually started stalking me on social media, so we connected on Facebook, but after that he added me on Twitter and Instagram and whatever, and I'm like, okay, I'll add you back. He's a nice guy, but he kept being like apologetic for actually having success in cosplay, and I'm like, it's all good, don't worry.
Mhm.
So yeah. And then before I left, I wanted to say goodbye to the boss of the agency again, and then he basically started talking, and we talked about like the Comic-Con scene in Europe, or actually in Germany, that it's basically more, I compare it to like an 80s Comic-Con in America, where it's basically just like the artists and the vendors, or more like an artist
How a
alley.
lot of people want to have it back. to
Yeah, which
kind
I
of-
don't want.
It's
that.
never gonna happen.
No, please don't.
Anything that makes money is gonna be how
No.
it is. It's never gonna change ever. Other than
No,
making
anyway,
it bigger.
so it's really weird, and he's doing a lot of stuff with publisher here, with comic book publisher, and basically they just buy the rights, translate it, and push it out instead of creating also own content. And it's he basically said that the German scene sucks and it should be more like America, and I'm like, yeah, but I have a
not
feeling
gonna.
that just recently changed, like in the last 8 years or so.
It
Maybe.
also is because the European Comic-Con convention type people are a lot are so much different than the US ones. It's still considered like a weird hobby. Like a, hey, I'm going to like a cosplay contest type convention, and people are like, what? Yeah, I dress up as a character and I go, oh, you're a nerd.
What?
It like that's kind of
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
kind of
sorry.
how it's not like they say like, wow, you're a nerd, but it's like, oh, that's interesting. I don't
Yeah.
know anyone else who does that.
Just want to reply to Sarah real quick. I've seen actually Spotted Dick in the supermarket.
I
I
have
have
seen
not
it as well.
tried it.
It's a really funny joke.
I know, but there are more
Spotted
things. I've actually tried a couple of things,
Yeah.
but I have not tried Spotted
Yeah.
Spotted Dick. Yeah. Oh, there was, what was it? Oh, Ricky Gervais, and my brain really doesn't work. The British cook who does
Gordon
MasterChef,
Ramsay?
Gordon Ramsay. So basically, they were in a thing. I don't know how it ended up, but I think it was in Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, and Ricky was eating there. And then they did something, and Gordon started bringing up like weird products from Denmark and Sweden, but they all had like a really like innuendo titles.
Yeah, basically
those were hilarious stuff I haven't heard before.
Basically, what Greg Ferguson did,
Yeah.
like when his tweets and email segment where he would like show like a boob or tit, like the bird, or like a pecker.
Yeah,
it's very immature. I love it. I really miss him.
For Starbucks, I'm really excited if Seattle would work, because Starbucks
It's
had
like
capital and all
yeah,
the
well,
things.
and yes,
oh my God.
if that would be a thing, then we would definitely go to the main first one.
Imagine the gold card would be just constantly used. But there are also other like there are a lot of coffee companies, so it would not just be Starbucks, but I need to go to the first Starbucks.
Yeah, Actress is in the chat. We Europeans seem to have a lot more difficulty dealing with more extravagant interests. Yeah, that's kind of the best thing I would say.
Yeah.
It's not that we... I mean, I cannot talk for myself from my own view, because I think it's perfectly fine and cool, because we've been to like probably one of the biggest ones, other than like the...
Are you talking about the extravagant?
Yeah, like the cosplay or the dress up, go to a convention thing, because... The only time when I heard about conventions were like the serious business stuff.
Yeah, people here tend to be very stiff about that stuff.
I mean, they
dress. No,
it's just like they just don't understand it. I guess.
No, I don't know. I mean, they dress up for carnival, but it's like
3
days of getting, or 5 days.
But that's not
it
even a
is.
costume.
It's like getting drunk and being in costume and being like all happy.
Dress up like a cowboy, an Indian, a fireman, or
stuff like
that kind of
it's
stuff.
just like ridiculous.
Or
I love Halloween.
In Germany?
Yeah, no, in America.
In America.
But I don't really like the European. Not the. Oh, don't get me wrong. Like Italian carnival. It's gorgeous.
No, that's something else.
Gorgeous. Menace.
That's something else.
No,
though.
that's carnival.
Yeah, but that's not the carnival that we celebrate.
No, that's not the. Yeah, it's the same time, but
It's the same. It's from the same religion in the end, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Different.
So no, the Italian one, awesome, gorgeous, everything. The German one, no. Unless you're going to southern Germany in the Black Forest, that's something completely different again. Anyway, back to the comments. Hi everybody. Hi. What's happening? Well, we wanted to go soon. Something like Rocky Horror really doesn't work here. Well, it does actually work. We have a big scene. It's cult.
Well, I mean, for anything,
when we're closing down our cinema here, the last show was Rocky Horror, and we destroyed the cinema.
Well, for everything there is like there's always even if it's a small following, there's always a group of people.
I have to say, FatCon, there were parties at the end every night. And they played music from the 80s and 90s. Even the kids. So yeah, me too.
I really do. That's like that's a super European thing to do. They advertise like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s disco. They still call it disco.
They didn't advertise. It was just the DJ from.
I know.
He's basically a bit older than me. He was just playing those. But the frightening part is that the young kids, they actually know the music too and dance with it.
Yeah, because every
they all had
place
fun.
that plays that kind of music plays only that kind of crap. I mean, I'm also a completely different person. I like more modern, like electronic styled music, but I also like very classical stuff. But that's more for me. I wouldn't listen to that in my car in public. I would listen to that like on my iPod or on iTunes with my earbuds in. In public, I listen to noise. Yeah. It's the best thing I can describe. Noise, if it's like EDM, dubstep, or whatever other electronic minimalism style thing it is, or like rock, metal stuff, it doesn't really matter. It's noise regardless. Okay, did your question get skipped? I didn't see a question, Sana.
I don't know.
Let me scroll really quick. Because I doubt... here, someone asks where Sara's ring is.
Well, it's in the bathroom. I know where it is.
Yeah.
I have an issue wearing rings because I'm working with my hands a lot, and I'm just like constantly hitting it, and it's just like it annoys the crap out of me, and yeah, that's why I don't like wearing rings or jewelry in general.
It's easier not to wear it, I guess.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I can't force you. I can force you, but I can't
Yeah,
make
he
you
tried
wear
it, but it was like I tried it, I couldn't keep it up.
See, here's the thing. I thought that I wouldn't be able to wear like a ring type thing, but since in all honesty, I practiced. It sounds really stupid, but I practiced in the year.
It worked at the
in
beginning,
the
but
year-
I got annoyed. You know, when you get that ring thing.
You
Then
mean this?
yeah,
I don't really have it that
I
bad, but
hate that, and it's just like and then I think it started actually when I was at the sword thing, and
no, you shouldn't wear like certain thing because in all honesty, like I can when I have to grab like a something like
that's
a handle.
just like at the gym.
When it compresses like
Yeah,
this, that hurt. Well,
No,
hurts,
it's
uncomfortable.
like I'm at the gym daily. I'm working at the
Yeah.
cosplay stuff.
No.
Even the keyboard, it's just
I understand.
annoying to me.
So okay, for me, I legitimately practiced for half a year. I put on
Yeah.
I think my mom had like a ring that was my size. She didn't know that, of course.
Yeah.
But I just put it on like just at random like for an hour or 2 hours when I was just doing some stuff, and I would take it off,
Yeah.
and then I would put it on again the next day or the next week, and I got used to it. But it's not like it wasn't the same kind of ring as this one is. This is like this is pretty nice and really really
Oh,
comfy.
that one is a really nice and
It's a really
like,
comfy ring.
Comfy
So
ring.
as soon as like
I have
when
to
I put
admit,
it
it's
on
a cool ring.
on the wedding day, I've never taken it off longer than
Yeah, I also
10
took
minutes
it.
probably,
Yeah, the
because-
thing is, I also took it off for
No,
showering
okay,
and
so-
whatever because it
yeah,
kept
so at
slipping
first-
from my finger.
At first, I took it off for showering because I was scared that I would drop it because
Mine
both your dad and his wife now told me that I had to be careful because it would break. I was like, don't say that because that scares me. It's like, don't drop it. And your dad came up to me and was like, yeah, you shouldn't fight. Like, first of all, I'm right-handed, so if I would punch someone, it would be with my right hand. But I guess because in Europe, most people wear it
No,
on
in
their
Germany,
right.
you wear the ring on the right hand.
Yeah, I do know people in Europe that do wear it on their left, but whatever.
No, the general rule is on the right hand in Germany.
Yeah, it's like a very normal, common thing to do that. So he was like, yeah, you shouldn't punch someone with the ring because it might break. I'm like, first off, who do you think I am? Like, you know me longer than yesterday. I've never shown any kind of like, I will fight you. Like, I'm not like that kind of aggressive type person. Like I'm gonna fist fight you with my left hand. The weakest hand out of all.
Yeah.
And if I would be wearing like a different kind of ring that would actually hurt someone.
Yeah.
But I like the first 2.5 months when I started wearing it, I was like super careful with it.
Yeah.
And I've heard people who actually have like also a tungsten ceramic ring like us, that they dropped it and it broke, but it's usually on like a hard surface that is like tile, for instance, or they did something and it compressed in a wrong way, like legitimately was something they actively forced it by accident, and it broke, and you can't fix it because it's not like a silver or gold that will, because silver and gold will just squish and you can fix that. This will just shatter, kind of.
Then I'm
pieces.
just not wearing any jewelry. It's a hard thing for me to even wear the Fitbit. I'm kind of forced myself because I got addicted to it. I sometimes wear. I mean, it's on a necklace. I sometimes wear it, but it's just like the main reason is like I'm going to the gym every day. I would take it off there because it's just like it's
also because I'm seeing
rolling around. I'm sweating. I just hate having things around my neck.
No, I agree. I'm not like the whole reason why every single thing that requires me to wear like a badge around my neck, I put it like through my belt loops, and it hangs like on the side because as long as people can see that the card is there, it shouldn't matter. I hate wearing stuff around my neck. So
I can't do the lanyards. I'm so bad. I'm always carrying them by hand.
Lala says in the chat, ring means that you're committed, yes. And then Spooky says in the chat, well, they are married. Tattoo the ring on when you're not wearing it. I wouldn't go that far because tattoos fucking suck in general because they hurt. And especially this is like a skin area that I wouldn't essentially want someone to like.
Weird story. I realized that. I think it's a family thing because I know I looked at my dad for some reason on his hands. He's not wearing a ring either. I think it's a family thing.
No, it's a very normal thing.
I know a lot of guys actually don't wear it because
in all honesty,
it's just like
if my personal feeling is like I would prefer if she would wear it, but I know from my own experience that since I'm very right-handed, like my right hand is very, very dominant. If I can't do it with my right hand, I can probably not do it with my left hand at all.